So, without further ado, we're a little late, but we had to watch the fight, and I wouldn't have been able to concentrate on this and watch the fight at the same time. So,
that shit was entertaining, though.
Welcome to the Effing Podcast. I'm your host, Branson.
Baki Baki.
Behind the camera,
you already know, Budha.
So, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do politics tonight because we kind of got to wait, start stuff.
We don't
like
have
that.
to. Or if we do, keep it very short.
I mean, okay. How short?
Very short.
Very short. Trump's last days in office are going to be...
No extender.
Interesting.
He's still not giving up, though, man.
It don't matter what he do.
This motherfucker's press conference on Thanksgiving.
It don't matter what he's doing. Come January the 20th, lots going to be changed. You come by if you want, but you ain't going to be able to get in. It's a wrap. So, it's just what are his last, what is that, a month and a couple of weeks? What are his last month and a couple of weeks going to look like?
Pep rallies at Walmart's.
I can see he's definitely throwing rallies and he's charging people. Hey, it's a lot of people out there. It's a lot of people that shop at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he's throwing rallies. They charging for rally stuff like that. But it's funny though because now he just golfs all the time. Like as you know, COVID is out of control, and he just be golfing. Like he should be as good as Jack Nicholson. Like about as much time as he spends golfing and stuff. Like they said he's on the golf course out of 5 days he's out there. 1 out of 5 days. So he should be really, really good at golf. When he leaves office, he can get into the old man tour they have.
So you don't think he's going to jail when he leave office?
Nah.
He's not going to court?
Nah. And in this country,
just let him off.
That's what separates us from every other country. Because if you lock up political figures like that, that would throw a lot of stuff out of whack. Like especially a high political figure like that. Like you're talking about the highest of the high when it comes to political figures. Like, you just can't. I mean, I don't know, they like Bill Cosby though. We're just talking about Trump in his last days in office. What will that consist of in this month and 2 weeks? Month and 2 weeks, give or take.
Comedy.
It's definitely going to be comedy. It's going to be comical.
Yo, have y'all actually seen that joint, the Borat with Giuliani though?
I have not watched it.
It's literally just like people said. It's literally just like they said.
Hear when they beat this beat?
Literally just like they said. He almost got there. Just watch it.
I haven't
that
seen
shit
it,
is hilarious, bruh.
But from what happened with Giuliani when, and he's still part of the ones who are, we're going to ride this till the wheels fall off. Like, we're not conceding it's rigged. But yeah, it's rigged now. The election's rigged, but
2016.
In a month, they're going to want the people in Atlanta, or they're going to want the people in Georgia to partake in said rigged election. So this is going to be interesting. I think the Democrats really have a strong chance. You have to get out and vote. If I have any followers that live in Georgia, anybody tuning in from Georgia, somebody from Georgia, tell them to get out and vote for this upcoming runoff they're having because it's going to be important.
Vicky coming soon?
Oh,
that's going to be entertaining.
That's going to be entertaining.
Boom! As soon as she stepped in, boom! I can't wait for that.
Tonight's topics are going to be interesting. Like I said, we ain't even going to stay on politics long. We're ready to jump into something.
We already shifted. We already shifted. We are already shifted. Let's go.
So boom.
Let's go.
Let's talk about the fight.
Okay.
since that's what we, the delay was on.
All that hugging,
Let's talk.
Yeah, man. Roy Jones up there taking them body blows.
Hugging, man.
See, that's the only fight y'all saw, though. See, the undercards were good, yo. The undercards were good. Look, let me tell y'all. The theme of the night, speed knot, son.
Speed knot.
Bruh, everybody left with a speed knot. Lumped up with a lump. Most everybody left with a damn lump, son. Come on, man.
How Nate do?
Nigga, Nate was asleep. Nate needed medical attention.
He didn't go to sleep on the
Yo,
job,
word up, matter of fact, shout out to Brendan, yo. Brendan hit me up, man, like, yo, he had me cracking up. We were watching the same shit.
Did he go before 8? Did he go before 8?
Did he what?
Damn, nah. Damn.
Did he who?
Hold on, Nate didn't go to sleep on the job.
Nate went to sleep a couple of times.
He didn't go to sleep.
Nate went to sleep a couple of times, son. Like, there was no.
Damn, Vicky wasn't like that.
Nate should have kept to dunking that basketball, yo.
I mean,
man, so I thought he was like a natural athlete. He was just about to.
No, that's what I thought. Nate was out there running around, jumping around, bouncing around.
What?
Man, that white.
Oh.
That white boy clean his clock. Nigga, look. Rearrange all the numbers on his clock, yo.
Boxing ain't for everybody. Like, it's just not for everybody. Like,
yo, Mike was
popping. That white boy to get knocked the fuck out.
But hey, Roy was
that's what the fuck I was hoping to.
See, you talking about fuck Jack Paul? Nah, Nate did see his whole life flash before his eyes. Yo, that nigga, look, Nate was out there playing.
Oh shit! Damn, man,
it was not that bad. Like, I'm gonna have to go back and see the replays later on tonight.
That hurt, man.
This dude is.
This nigga talking about it wasn't that bad.
This dude.
If y'all saw what I saw, y'all saw him sleep, and they said what? Oh, he need medical attention. It don't get no worse than that. It don't get no worse than that.
Well, like I said, my plans weren't even to watch the fight. I thought that the fight would be over. I had to work today, so I thought I didn't want to watch it because it was going to be like granddad fights.
We the future.
To me, it was going to be like granddad fights. Like it was, but seeing them fight changed my perspective of it because it was good to see what they were good at one time.
Shout out to the OGs.
40s, 50s is not the same 40s and 50s like they used to be, bruh.
Cause he smoked.
Yeah.
And he drank.
Yeah.
He's supposed to stop, but he can't.
Fighting is still fighting. I don't care what. What 40, 50, no, it's still fighting. That's why you stop doing it. That's why Mike Tyson quit fighting. He did lose a lot, but he quit
was also
fighting.
Doing a whole bunch of other drugs though, still too.
I mean, but to take part in a sport like that, like I don't see how people don't get wired up to go put your body on the line against other men in physical conditions. I mean, hey, if you catch me, you catch me, but I'm getting high. It's just that simple.
That ass knocked out too.
Especially if I'm in a physical contact sport. You know that?
That's when you don't want to be doing drugs though.
Why?
You're gonna be off. A sober mind. If I.
What song do we lead? What song do we lead the show off with?
Oh, but that's weed though. Weed is not a drug.
Exactly, weed is a plant. That's medicine.
I mean, but it's
talking about like cocaine and
meth.
The other shit. That other shit. Them drugs. Weed is not a drug.
But what my thoughts, like I said, were they just reminded me of what they used to be like. If Tyson would have hit him with some of the punches he threw, he would have knocked Roy Jones.
What up, though, Gunner? What up, King?
25.
Happy Earth Day, bro.
But then, happy Earth Day.
Happy late Earth Day.
Happy belated. But then Roy Jones showed us why he used to be super flashy. Like, Roy Jones would hit you.
Man, I thought he was about to get knocked out a couple times though, trying to be super flashy.
True indeed. True. I mean, but that's what people tuned in to see, I guess, to see if they still had it. And to an extent, like you say, you still got it to an extent, but not like you had it when you were in your prime.
Yeah, definitely off of that.
You're crafted and molded at this thing that you do. Like Mike Tyson was a killer in his day. Like getting in the ring with him was almost the equivalent of a death sentence in my eyes. Like 2021 Mike Tyson, like, oh my God, like, yeah. So, and then Roy Jones, like I said, he was so skilled, and his ringmanship, it was so defined. Like, those were the last two, to me, the last premier boxers that we've had. I don't consider Floyd one of those. That's where I think boxing went wrong with Floyd, but that's a whole nother conversation. So,
yeah, I'm a Floyd fan, man. I fucking Floyd.
I mean, Floyd taught us how to
make money.
He definitely taught you how to make money. I mean, but the more wins you collect without losing, the more money that you can demand because your value is up there. But I don't think he just lacked that flair. Like, those men gave us in their prime, those men gave us everything that came along with boxing. They gave you the show, and then they were going to put the nigga to sleep. They gave you everything that you paid for. Somebody getting knocked the fuck out. And with Tyson...
But see, y'all missed the prelims, man. Like, y'all, man, them undercards were some good fights, man. Like, y'all don't understand. Those were some good fights.
And that's good that they got some shine, but in my opinion, and this is just my opinion, like, boxing doesn't have the umph that it has.
Oh, yeah, that's big.
It just doesn't have that umph. Like, you know, there's boxing matches that you want to see. There's more UFC.
You didn't see Gervonta Davis the other week?
Oh, that's different, yeah. I mean, they got a few people.
Look, I'd rather see...
Oh, my...
and this is me personally. God. And no disrespect, but I'd rather see women's UFC than boxing. And that's just keeping it a buck. I'd rather see the champ fuck somebody up. Excuse me, Mark, because I know you probably watching right now. I ain't told you to go to sleep. But I'd rather see the women's champ of UFC fight somebody than watch a boxing match. And that's just my personal feelings.
I can see that.
Shout out to Dana White for making women's fighting relevant. Like, you know, that is the cash cow.
Yeah, that's be out there boxing, bro.
That's the cash cow. Like, you are already going to get people watching for men fighting, but to get people to understand and look for women fighting, like, that was ingenious. Like, Vince McMahon and, you know, these other, they never figured out a way to get people to really care about female sports, or, you know, they're part of the female sport of it.
Other than women's soccer.
Other than soccer. But, you know, they never figured out how to incorporate the female aspect of it. And Dana White is the blueprint. He put it together. And this isn't like a recent thing. Like, Dana White's had female UFC for a while. Yeah. Since Ronda Rousey, you know, Ronda Rousey been gone for a minute.
Not the fuck out, Ronda Rousey.
I mean, hey, everybody gets beat. Everybody gets beat eventually, except for Floyd, I guess. Everybody gets beat eventually. That's what comes with the territory. That's what happens when two people pit wills against each other. Like, I'm either going to put you to sleep or you're going to submit.
Yeah, I was excited to see Tyson fight again. Wow, they both hung their old ass in there. Loved it. True boxing ain't like it used to be. It was a good fight. Except Roy ass was in there holding as soon as the bell rung after the second round, they came out holding. Put him in the grass. You know what I mean?
What do you expect him to do? Mike
Tyson
still
him to do. You said what do we expect him to do? Fight.
Mike Tyson
box.
He might look like Granddad, but
put him up.
They showed the camera angle from him from behind, and he's still as big as he was when he back then. He's still a scary looking individual. I'm sure. I'm holding him, and probably whispering sweet nothings. Like, look, he's still a beast. Mike Tyson is still Mike Tyson.
I ain't trying to fight Mike Tyson.
No, shit. No. I'm still not trying to fight Mike Tyson.
Not at all.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
But I saw what they used to be. The flashes are there. It's just, Father Time hasn't taken it all yet. Give it a little bit longer. He'll get all that about you. Don't worry about it. But UFC, that's where I think the game is now. I think UFC has sold itself so well. And I remember when there was no UFC. Like, I remember when there was, it was just boxing. And then you had those overseas things, kickboxing, stuff like that. But UFC has really come and put its stake into the sport.
I love UFC, man. I love UFC.
Yeah.
You watch motherfuckers you don't know.
And remember, UFC was the first sport to really come back since COVID.
Yeah.
They were the ones that sparked that shit off, yo.
Yeah, and I'm kind of mad, but I heard it wasn't really that good. That I missed the one that came here. Like, I'm a big...
In Raleigh?
Yeah. It was, last year sometime. It came and stuff, but I didn't make it. But, I
bet you won't say that to their face.
I'm a super big UFC fan. I think there's nothing better than pitting two individuals, male or female, and them wanting to take the other person's will. Like, that's worth paying money for. Like, there's nothing better than that. Mano y mano, and I'm either going to put you to sleep or you're going to quit. Gangster.
What's there ain't no in between?
There's no in between games. Like, draws, I understand, but if you're really in there to do work, you can get the work done. I've seen it happen too many times. Like, if you're in there to do work inside the octagon, as they call it, work can get done. Like we were talking about earlier. I think Jones is the GOAT. I know he's had some infractions along the way.
Dumbass, man.
I know, like, he's been suspended a couple of times, but
Adesanya.
He's a monster. And he's never been beat. I think he had like a BS DQ one time. He got disqualified one time. But other than that, like, he's never been beat, and he's beaten everybody. And just not beating them. I mean, like, beat the dog out of them. Like, yo, Bones Jones he's a real killer. It's not like, if Tyson was a killer boxing, Jones is that in the octagon. And I've seen him disarm some of the best. Rashad Evans, put him down quick. He played, like, Bones Jones is that dude. So,
at least I get off that shit.
But I think, like I say, if you're into a contact sport like that, how do you ease the pain? 'Cause you're gonna hurt. This nigga over there trying to break my arm. I need something to numb that pain after the fight.
But some people in the pain like that. That's why they actually fight in the first place.
Yeah,
they like the violence. Football, for instance.
I'm a pain freak. I like pain. That people who get tattooed, you gotta be a pain freak, especially when you got them all over.
I mean, I got a few. You know what I mean?
If you got, like, all of your face, your legs, stuff like. If you got tattoos everywhere, you have to have some sort of be a pain freak. You have to, because
pain freak.
Oh, you may just have a threshold. Your threshold might be high for what you call pain.
So what you out there doing, man?
And all of a sudden, I imagine you like with a mask on, somebody got you there, shit's playing. Nah. Everybody has different levels of pain. You know what I'm saying? And it's
was that NMK, nigga?
Are they out there
not my kid. Definitely not.
Yo.
But that's cool though. Because I'll be getting to that in a minute. And I'm glad I got you here, because it's gonna take some heat off of him.